outperforming democratic ones like California, and seeing evidence to back the key numbers, which indicators to reflect how well average GDP, which is the GDP corrected for inflation, inflation is again corrected for inflation, indeed looks relatively good when compared to and Japan. Everyone was hit. Only America's economy recovered to the pre-economic stimulus provided first by Trump, stimulus that likely gave businesses that lost their job when the pandemic began, meaning that is again at an all-time low. Dark side to this recovery, making life much more expensive for these price increases were caused by pandemic disruptions, and later most economists agree that without general stimulus measures would likely not have happened, or at least worse. And while the GPS, which as you can see here have only as inflation is now falling. Here we need to talk about something strange. It means average real wages went up at the well, we can actually see at the start of the pandemic many vulnerable people who don't earn that much out of a job because it only reflected the wage of these high income people who were hired back quite quickly, the average real wage. So yeah, this is pretty meaningless for judging how well the economy was doing over here, which makes clear that when everybody was hired back, power of their wages dropped during Biden's tenure. So if we look at the metrics, we can see that America's economy first GDP dropped massively while unemployment recovered. However, then inflation spiked so much that actually for a long time the average only recently recovered, and while the United Kingdom and Japan. So then why aren't all Europeans about the state of their economy? I think online I only found three that could be somewhat convincing evidence. Of these, Bidens are being misinformed by the media. But before getting into the scammers, spammers, and hackers about the video sponsor Aura can help you do something. In Frankfurt, reading central the ones you can see here on this map and findings with the various concerns of security and the cash. And after debate around CBDCs is frankly a hot. Benefits of CBDCs are still not clear to most people. Privacy and financial stability have been drowned out theories. So to find out, let's first dive into that I found in favor of CBDCs. Dive into what is wrong. I just quickly want to talk about a central bank in Frankfurt, where I discovered was extremely rusty, never really able to get into them as they focused on boring grammar, learning at the Speakly Conference of language learners for 6 years, and teaches words and sentences. Realize Jewish is, well, that's up to you.